Hey guys, Dr. Taylor Premer here with Winchester Spinus. We're back for our last day of TMJ Dysfunction. So we took a little break yesterday because we had Leadership Troy here in the office. So we got an opportunity to kind of show them around the office and kind of explain what we do here. So if you haven't checked out our live video from that, check it out. We shared it yesterday. So our last day of TMJ Dysfunction. So we've talked a little bit about the soft tissues roles. We've talked a little bit about kind of how we manage it musculoskeletally. Now it's the two most important things, which is the habitual things throughout your day that could be causing that TMJ dysfunction or the headaches that you're feeling, and then also how food kind of plays a role into this as well. So the first one we're going to talk about is clenching. So most people don't even realize that they clench throughout the day. Sometimes you'll have the diagnosis of clenching during the night. You wake up with kind of an ache in your jaw, or even just like your teeth are hurting. Usually, I mean, it's a very high percentage that if you clench during the night, you're more than likely clenching during the day. That's just kind of how it goes. It's just that you're not aware of it because you're doing other things. Your life gets in the way. So our first line of defense with clenching is just to bring you aware of that you're clenching. So a lot of the times we'll use trigger point assessments that we talked about with our trigger point chart in the masseter here, temporalis, a lot of the other muscles, as kind of like to bring you aware of that you do have tension in those areas. It's usually caused by clenching. So we understand stress gets in the way of that, anxiety, all sorts of other stuff throughout the day. If you're driving on the Missouri roads, right, usually you're some sort of clenching because somebody else is driving bad. But so being aware of your clenching and then helping to break that habit can have lasting effects as far as headaches and the TMJ dysfunction. So the first way that we do that is, number one, bring you aware of, which I've said. Number two is we teach you the resting position of the jaw. So the resting position of the jaw is lips together, teeth apart, tongue on the roof of your mouth. Okay, so I can't demonstrate it because my lips wouldn't be showing it. But if you understand that idea of lips together, teeth apart, tongue on the roof of your mouth, that can be how you think about your jaw throughout the entire day. That's the rest position. That's the best position of our jaw. Basically what that does is it helps to activate the correct muscles that are supposed to be stabilizing your jaw, and then remove tension in the ones that are kind of just supposed to be there to help you chew, to help you communicate and do stuff like that. Okay, so rest position of the jaw is the number one thing to combat clenching, and then just being aware in general. All right, so then our second most common cause is food sensitivities. So if we have a sensitivity to, usually in our office we're seeing gluten and dairy, those are the two big ones. If we have a sensitivity there, it just causes you to feel crummy when you eat those things, right? We've all felt that just kind of sluggishness. And that sluggishness, it forces the body to kind of create stability in other ways. I know that kind of sounds crazy, but if our gut is kind of mixed up, we'll kind of be tense. We'll have tension all throughout our body, and usually it kind of all manifests itself into the jaw. So gluten and dairy testing, sensitivities is a big component of what we're doing whenever we have someone that has headaches, especially with TMJ dysfunction on top of that. So those are two really easy things that you can try. You can try just removing the gluten and dairy from your diets and seeing how that affects your headaches. And then also being really, really aware of if you're clenching throughout the day. And then the last step is if we're having a hard time breaking that clenching throughout the day, we work really closely with several local dentists to create a night guard that's not going to restrict your jaw movement during the night, but also kind of help to relieve that tension in your jaw. Okay, so I hope you guys learned a little bit about TMJ dysfunction and how it can be affecting, causing headaches and lots of other different things in this region. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on social media. Otherwise, our office number is 636-356-5557. We'd love to help you out and see if we can help you with those headaches. All right, you guys have a great day and a good weekend.